What is up, everybody, and welcome back. And when I say welcome back, man, I mean welcome back to Emphasis on Sports. A lot of y'all are new here. A lot of y'all ain't heard me for a minute. I'm your host, Damon Anthony. What we do on this show, we talk about sports, and we try to stay really within the confines of the lines and really what goes on with these teams and these sports. I don't care about what happens with athletes and their personal lives. This ain't the rumor mill. This ain't none of them slots where we're really digging into what people are doing and outside of the games. Care less about that. It's not my business. I like sports because I like sports. And at some point I just got tired of turning to sports programs and talking about everything but the sports. So here we are. Now, for those of y'all that have been with me before, I know it's been a minute. It's been a good minute, about 6 months. So let's give a shout out to all the champions and all the moments that have passed since the last time we talked. I mean, congrats to the Indiana Hoosiers winning the college football national championship. Nobody saw that one coming. That was actually one of the cooler sports moments that I've seen in my life. So that's something that I'll always remember. Seattle Seahawks, congrats on winning the Super Bowl. As some of y'all may could see behind me, big time San Francisco 49er fan. Now, for those of y'all that are new, I do stay unbiased. So I'm going to be honest about the team always and forever. I don't know how to operate any differently. College basketball, big time congrats to the Michigan Wolverines. I'm going to give them a lot of love just because I hated it personally. That's one of those. I'm an Arizona Wildcats fan, for those that don't know. Some people know, some people don't. And if we're going to talk Arizona Wildcats, I was so hyped this year. I could not wait. All of those different things. And we got absolutely smoked by Michigan. No two ways about it. Michigan absolutely did their thing. Can't say that they didn't. Congrats to them. Congrats to them. But just in general, sports has been cool. I need to get a little bit back into it as deep as I was. A lot of life changes. Me and my family moved different place, different setup, different job, different all of those things. Was in Northeast Ohio. Still big shout out to Cleveland and to the whole area up there. But here we are. Let's reset it, remix it, retwist it. Now, let's talk some sports. Biggest news right now, NBA Finals starts on Wednesday. I can't not wait. This is going to be a real cool one. This is like a little bit of a finals preview, if you will. New York Knicks, first time in the finals in, 27 years, in a rematch to that finals, actually, against the San Antonio Spurs. Conventional wisdom kind of is thrown out of the window with this series. I think the fans of the respective teams, just be fans. Just hope for the best with your team. The Spurs actually are giving us something we haven't seen. With Wemby being 7'6" and as athletic and as agile and works inside, outside, inside, as well as he does and plays a ton of minutes, shoots the three, handles the ball. It's something that we've never seen. On the defensive end, he covers a lot of ground and he goes for the block. So as we saw with OKC, it wasn't as much as the Spurs were that much better. It changes everyone's game. Now, OKC did have some major injuries. We know J-Dub was out. The Knicks are walking in relatively healthy. We know Mitch is a little bit banged up, has that finger issue. He'll be back as soon as he can be back. But the Knicks are walking in about as healthy as you can get, healthy as you can ask for going into a finals. That being said, if you watch Shea against the Spurs when Wemby's on the court, his shot changes, the shot selection changes. It's a little bit tough. Everybody does. Every single player on the court has to be aware that there's somebody out there that could probably block your shot at 11, 12 feet in the air. So just having to alter that is going to change the game for Brunson. It's going to change the game for OG. Definitely going to change the game for Cat. As we saw in the Eastern Conference Finals, Mike Brown, who did a great coaching job of just letting Cat kind of be the stretch center, if you will, kind of the center point guard, allowing him to do that kind of really threw the Cavaliers off because now Cat can get up there and he can make those decisions. And these teams weren't really trying to pressure him a lot. San Antonio's a little different. If it's Wemby, he's going to pressure him. If not, they got enough long wing, great defenders that they're going to get into Cat and they're going to make him actually make some decisions. That being said, though, the Knicks, they look great. They really do, top to bottom. We're actually seeing the bench play, which is, if we, 2020's hindsight, we think back to last year when Tibbs got fired, a lot of people really look like, man, what are you doing? What are you going to do? Why would you do that? He just got us to the Eastern Conference Finals in the first time in a million years. And then you went and hired Mike Brown, and a lot of people question that. I was one. I won't lie to you. I definitely questioned that Mike Brown hire. Didn't really know how that was going to pan out. Well, guess what? Mike Brown hasn't been to finals, and he's doing things with the Knicks that we haven't seen coaches do, make these adjustments for a while. He's playing that bench. The team became a cohesive unit. Earlier in the season, we weren't really sure, right? We saw, yeah, a little bit here, a little bit there. They're playing well, playing real well. They look like definitely the team to beat. The only thing is just the Spurs bring a little bit of a different texture. The Spurs with, yes, Wemby's one thing. They're also really deep. They're also kind of interchangeable. They also play defense. They're young. Now, on both sides of the ball, we're not going to say that these teams have a ton of experience playing in the finals, getting this deep. Knicks have been deeper in the playoffs as a unit, sure, but the Spurs don't seem to care. Their coach, he seems to be doing a damn good job. I don't really know how to call this series. I'm going to have to pick somebody. We'll catch back up to that on Wednesday, right before game one. We'll drop another episode and I will predict that game and the series. I don't think this is one of those where whoever wins game one wins the series or whoever holds home court wins the series. I think this is one where whoever has the better games and can hold down the most stops down the stretch. There's going to be some moments. Which players, which teams have the moments? Because Jalen Brunson, he's going to live in those big moments. That's probably the one area that the Knicks have hands like just way above the Spurs. They do have Jalen Brunson. If Jalen Brunson can go out and have some of those clutch moments, the Knicks can win this thing. If they can bottle up Jalen Brunson and just make him a legit 25-point scorer, we're not really worried about you down the stretch of a game, the Spurs can pull this one out. Not really sure how I want to call this one, but I'm really looking forward to this series. I think it's just going to be good basketball. And as a sports fan, that's all you really can ask for. It's just a good game, right? So NBA Finals starts Wednesday. We are going to talk about that a little bit more on Wednesday. Gonna predict game one, gonna predict the series, and then we'll see you after those games. We'll see how that rolls. I predicted a 7-game series on this one. The only prediction I'll give you right now is a 7-gamer. I really see that. Now, hockey time. Tomorrow, Tuesday night, Stanley Cup Finals. This is actually kind of cool too. Now, I know somewhere in the scheduling, there are things that have changed and things that are off. There have to be, because usually there's like a week in between, maybe 2 weeks in between Stanley Cup Finals and NBA Finals. But they're usually starting on back-to-back days. Really kind of like that. And as a sports fan, you get championship caliber sports every day of the week. Can't beat that. That's the reason kind of to cook out, eat good, crack a few cold ones. Now, I haven't really paid but so much attention to hockey. I do know this one is a Las Vegas Golden Knights versus Carolina Hurricanes. Golden Knights been rolling through the playoffs. That's the one thing I have seen. It's been a little bit of a buzzsaw there. So this one, hey, for those that know, if you know, you know. Went to high school in Las Vegas. Shout out Cheyenne. I'm gonna have to go with Vegas on this one. Big shout out Vegas. Bring home the cup, right? NFL news. NFL news be still in my heart. There was a blockbuster traded. Humongous traded. Myles Garrett gets traded to the Los Angeles Rams. Did not want that. That is within the 49er division. The Rams get better on defense. Kind of can't, you say nothing. If you can get Myles Garrett, you get him. I know, he got traded for Jared Verse and a whole bunch of other things, which fair is fair. You are Myles Garrett. As a 49er fan, I'm not a fan of this one, but it's good for the Rams. It's good for the game. can't really trip too much off of this one. Hey, I wish we could have got him. Still, understandably, we're going to put some work in on the Rams. We're not afraid of Myles Garrett, not afraid of the Rams. But the Rams will be good. We'll be really, really good. While we're on it, we haven't really talked that much football. Let's talk a little football. All right. So we're getting ready for the 2026 season. Few changes here or there. I'm looking forward to a really open season. I really am. On the NFL side of the things, on the NFC side of things, I think the NFC is about as open as you're going to get. A lot of people are going to point out, look, the Rams, they just went out and got Myles Garrett. That's a huge one. But the Rams still have to worry about Seattle Seahawks, still have to worry about the San Francisco 49ers. That does not mean that they're just going to win this division, run away with the NFC, just in general. I don't really see that happening. I see the Rams right now, I'll call them NFC. I'm not going to say that they're going to take it down, but if everyone's healthy, if everyone is available, I really could see them knocking down the NFC. I don't know if Stafford is going to stay healthy all year. We all know that Stafford's been going through a back thing for the last couple of years. There's been a lot of luck there staying healthy, which is great. You never want to see people get hurt, but their season is really going to hinge on the health of Stafford. How Stafford changes everything. You know, they went out and drafted a young quarterback in the first round, but that's a look. This offense, very, very tough to understand. There's a whole lot of things different. But the Rams should be pretty solid there. Also in the NFC West, I mean, Seattle, you can't take too much away from. Kenneth Walker's gone, but they're the defending champions. Sam Darnold, he did his thing in the playoffs. We know what JSN does. Homie's a beast. Can't say anything about them. They're the champs. Now, the 49ers are kind of the wild card in it. Kind of real. I'm, as a 49er fan, I don't really know what to think going into the season. We had so many major injuries with players coming back this year. We know Fred's going to be back. We know Knick's going to be back. We're not sure exactly when George Kittle's going to be back. But on the offensive end, they got damn near a whole new receiving room. I mean, Ricky Pearsall, he was there last year. The dude's been hurt so much that he's like a new receiver. Mike Evans, Kirk, Ricky, that could be a good receiver room. We just don't know because they're all playing with a new quarterback. I mean, Ricky knows what Brock does, but those other guys, Mike Evans, this is a brand new quarterback, new system, new place for him. You look at running back, our bell cows, obviously CMC and Big Juice is back there, but now we have a rookie at our number 2. Will he be solid? Will he get in the game enough? I don't know. I really don't know. So there's a lot of questions leading into the season with the 49ers. So I think it's fair to say that right now, going into the season, you can only look at them as the third best team in the NFC West. Now, when we look around at the rest of the NFC, we look at the South, I think the South is kind of wide open. We know that Tampa's going to come in with a good team. Now, they do have the loss of Mike Evans, but that's still a team that's well put together, and they're going to threaten for that division. Carolina won the division last year. Will they get better? They don't have to be great. Will they get better? 8-9 last year. Can they be 9-8 this year? Can they be 10-7 this year? We'll see how they do. Atlanta Falcons, a lot of change. You got Penix, you got Tua. I don't know. I don't know with that team. New coach, new system. Then you also have the Saints. Now, the Saints charged hard at the end of the season. They are actually pretty well put together. I want to see what's going to go on with Alvin Kamara because I just don't like the way that they're treating him. But I think the South is wide open. Look at the NFC North. The Bears took it down last year. No reason to say that the Bears won't be at the top, but Detroit's still there. Green Bay's still there. Minnesota exists. This is going to be one hell of a division to win. I don't know really how to call it. I'd like to say the Bears take this one down again, but I'm going to roll with the Lions probably in this. We'll check back on everything that I'm saying right now. We will absolutely check back in on when we get closer to the season, right? Right. This is my first time back in a little bit, so I got to shoot the shit with y'all. It's tough. Gonna be tough, right? NFC East. NFC East. You got the Eagles, Cowboys, Commanders. I think all 3 of those teams are viable to win the division. I think the Giants are they're gonna come up short. I don't think the Giants are gonna really compete for the division. But I think that they're gonna be a tough win all the time. If I'm looking at this division, I hate to say I gotta believe a little bit in the Eagles. mean, they went out and got another really good receiver. We know something's going to happen with A.J. Brown, but they have really solid players that we know how good they are. Cowboys, I can't believe in the Cowboys until they prove it. Commanders, I need help. I need health. I need everyone to be healthy there for the full year for me to really believe into you. Now let's look at the AFC. And once again, after saying that, the NFC, I mean, the Rams are the leader in the clubhouse. We look at the AFC, I don't think there is a leader in the clubhouse. I really, truly don't. I don't think there's anyone to put all the stock into and to believe in, like the Rams or even like the Bears or some of these other teams in the NFC. Look at the AFC West. When's Patrick Mahomes coming back? That's what matters with the Chiefs. Whenever Mahomes comes back, you give them about 2-3 games. I think that they'll be fine. I don't know if that's close enough or if that's far enough into the season to where they'll be knocked out of playoff contention or not, but we shall see on that. Meanwhile, you got the Chargers, you got the Broncos. I don't know which one of them to believe in. I really don't. The Chargers, they just have to prove it to me. I mean, Justin Herbert, year after year, you get to the playoffs, he lays an egg. The Broncos, we're just seeing this iteration of that team. So we don't really know what the Broncos are. And the Raiders rebuilding, not worried about them whatsoever. Look in the AFC South. This one's going to be tough. Now, the Jacksonville Jaguars, I think that's a team that may be on the way to something good. Last year, I think, was their first year in that direction with a new coach, with a new just whole program design. Meanwhile, Houston's walking in with that defense we know is nasty, we know is great. CJ Stroud, I want to see what this year brings from him. My man cut the hair. Now, when you cut the hair, either you're going to have a hell of a year or you're going to be terrible. Let's see which one it is. Colts, I don't know. Titans, I don't know. I mean, with the Colts, Daniel Jones, is he going to be back? When's he going to be back? Who else is doing what? I don't know. Michael Pittman's not there anymore. It's a team in flux, kind of. And then with the Titans, we know brand new quarterback, our guy Big Bob. We'll just see what happens. And AFC North, this one I think is another wide open. Now Aaron Rodgers is back with the Steelers. Steelers have Mike McCarthy. Defensively, they should be nice. They should be nasty. I don't know how that offense is going to look. You got some new pieces, but also you got old ass Aaron Rodgers, and also you got Mike McCarthy, who no one really knows if he's a great coach. Just because he won a ring, don't make you great. We'll talk about that another time. With the Ravens, you got a brand new coach now with Lamar. I don't know how that offense is going to look. I don't know how that team's going to gel. I don't know what's going to happen with the Ravens. The Bengals, big thing, health. We know Joe Shiesty cold. We know they have possibly the best 1-2 receiving punch in the game. We know that. But can Burrow just stay healthy? Can that defense keep people off the field? I don't know. Then the Browns are the Browns. Just traded Myles Garrett. Yeah, you get Verse. Who's going to play quarterback? We see Deshaun Watson. He is getting some reps. Shador, what's going to go on there? Gabriel, we know you're on the bench, but what's happening? We don't know what's up with the Browns. Browns don't really have an identity right now. I don't know who's going to win the AFC North. I don't know who's going to win the AFC South. I don't know who's going to win the AFC West. Let's look at the AFC East. Patriots took it down last year, but does anyone believe they're going to do it again this year? Meanwhile, you got the Bills. Josh Allen, we know he's going to show up to play. We know he's going to do his thing. Those are the two teams, I think, competing for the AFC East title. No one believes in the Dolphins or the Jets. The Jets, I mean, hopefully they can get an interception this year. Who knows on that one? Meanwhile, the Dolphins, once again, a whole lot of change. New coach, new quarterback, new system. What's up with Tyreek? No one knows what's happening there. So I honestly can't say that I know who's going to win the AFC East. I think the Bills are, but I thought that going into last year, and you see what the Patriots did. So when you look at the AFC, there is no leader in the clubhouse. If I'm looking at everything on paper, it looks like the Los Angeles Rams are the best team in the NFL, but we all know how that works on June 1st. It means absolutely nothing. But I'm excited to see it. I can look at a season and not really know what's going to happen, not really have 4 or 5 teams that I'm saying these are the teams that are competing. I don't know who's competing for what. This is going to be a real fun season, real interesting season, a real decent fantasy football season. I am looking forward to that. That one's going to be tough, but it's going to be fun. So NFL is coming. We will also talk some NBA, especially as the season when the season wraps up. We're gonna move into free agency. There's gonna be some trades, some people on the move. What's gonna happen with Giannis? Who knows? Like really, who knows? A lot of the things that I've been seeing. I don't know. Listen, Giannis is one of the greatest players ever to play, sure, but he's very ball. He has to have the ball in his hand. He's not going to play too well with the ball outside of his hand, not in his hand. He's not really the biggest jumper guy. Do you want to trade half of your team for him? I don't know. Now you also have the mystery of the Los Angeles Lakers and LeBron James. One thing that I did see on TV that just bugged me out recently. Oh my God was are the Lakers going to build around Luca or are they going to do right by LeBron? I don't understand what the do right by LeBron is. LeBron only has so many more years left in the tank. Um, LeBron is not your number one player on the court. At best, he's number three. If everyone is healthy on that team, Luca, Austin Reeves, LeBron. LeBron, yes, he did help bring you a championship. He did not lead you to a championship. If Anthony Davis is not actually healthy that year, they don't win a championship. 1 in 8 years. Yes. Yes. I know what I just said. That's one championship, but that's 8 years. And this is the Los Angeles Lakers. When you're hearing someone say a team should do right by someone and they brought them one championship, you better be talking Cleveland. You better be talking Milwaukee. You better be talking one of these teams that have never won a championship. And this is what you brought them. Milwaukee won one back in the day with Kareem. I get it. But you understand where I'm going here. This is the Los Angeles Lakers. They got champions. They got banners left and right everywhere. The Los Angeles Lakers fans, I don't think they view you as a true blue Laker in this modern era of basketball if you only got one. So I don't understand the do right by LeBron thing. If LeBron wants to win championships and stay a Laker, maybe you sign for a little less coin. Then you can attract more players. You can bring in guys because then you can actually pay them. And if you can pay them, now you have a lot more energy, a lot more, just a better team, much, much better, more fluid team. As is now, the Lakers as constituted, they're not going to win any championships. So this is what happens as you kind of do right by LeBron, right? So that's going to be fun. But once the finals are over, once we get into the new league year, we see some of these players moving around. It is going to be really interesting to get a glimpse at what next year's NBA season is going to look like. Now, that being said, coming up, of course, finals, all of those things. This summer, we're going to get into baseball. We're really going to get into baseball, talk a lot about that. NFL, when that comes around, we'll be on it often, 3 days a week, and just rolling, absolutely rolling. There will be some road games. Now I will be on the road for a couple NFL games this year, NBA games, maybe a baseball game or two, checking out a different city, checking out different stadiums. I'm not a small guy, so got to check out that stadium food in the whole 9 yards. But welcome back. For those that are new, like and subscribe. Listen, we try to be a little bit everywhere. Spotify, Apple, Amazon, iHeart, definitely on YouTube. Keep rocking with us. There will be some different emphasis reiterations also to come. But great to talk to everybody and glad I'm back. If you know, I will holla.